Do you know the reason why most morning routines fail? You're basically asked to build 6, 7, 10 habits all at once. And if you're going from 0 to 10, the likelihood of you falling off is huge. So what we've done here on the 5 a.m. Squat Club is we have stacked all the habits. All you need to do is wake up and press play, and one habit will lead to another, and your pre-made morning routine will lead to success. So if you're ready to take that step and make change in your life, join us every morning. We'll do it together. Just press play. If you haven't been here before, I'm Adam. I've been coaching health and fitness for 25 years. We moved out to the country and I no longer get to my gym a whole lot. So I want to stay healthy and fit and make progress towards my goals for my little girls. So we started this morning routine. I'm making progress. My fitness is making progress. And everybody who's joining is doing it too. So come along. Let's get to our goals. We've got a format here this morning, which is the same every day because we've got all these habits to stack on top of each other. And as you do, you'd be amazed at the success. So first step is we're going to prime our minds. Obviously, you've already gone to bed early. You've gotten up early after a good sleep. You've drank some water. You've come straight down. We'll prime our minds, what we call our paleo chair. Then we'll warm up our bodies, get some intensity for the day, clear our minds, and do our most important work. So first step, grab yourself a counterbalance if you need. If the hips are a little bit tight, put the feet underneath the hips, sit on down, try to keep the heels flat on the ground, knees in line with the feet, and grab a counterbalance if you need. This position is for priming our minds. We speak the things to ourselves that we want to think throughout the day. So it starts with, I am responsible for the outcomes in my life, right? Nobody else is doing it for me. If I want to get somewhere, it's up to me. If I achieve something, fail something, I am responsible. My life, up to me. Today, I choose to be patient. I want to create time between stimulus and response so I don't snap at the people around me, give them a better experience. I have all I need to succeed today. It just means no excuses. Just because you don't have this or that or conditions aren't perfect doesn't mean you can't start. All I need to succeed today. I will focus on progress, not perfection. Take a step. Your goal is up here. Don't worry about that. Worry about taking one step every day to work towards that. And then I choose gratitude. Just stop seeing the negative. Look at all the positive things and you'll notice more and more of them. I am responsible. Today I choose to be patient. I have all I need to succeed today. I will focus on progress, not perfection. And I choose gratitude. We are rewiring our thoughts, the first things that we think during the day, to be positive. The more you do that, the more real it becomes. Next step, let's prime the body. So there's a warm-up coming up on the screen here, just a general warm-up. We're going to do some anterior chain warm-up in the form of hip flexor, knee raises, maybe 5 to 10 per side, followed by some good mornings, just hinging at the hip, maintaining neutral spine, warming up the posterior chain. We're going to get some maybe just step forward lunges or step back, whatever you prefer, getting the legs warmed up. I'll get some burpees. You can feel free to just walk it down at first. Walk it back up as you warm up. A few of those. And then some squats. And we'll go through 2 rounds of that. Get the body warm. Get the joints lubricated, blood flowing. Ready for some intensity today. I think today's workout is going to be some form of box jump or step up. I'll give you all the variations and scaling options we need. And then I think some sort of bent over row. And we'll talk about here the idea of habit stacking in general. And then we can talk about how this is the cheat code. But you've heard the term habit stacking likely before. And the idea is just that I do this new habit. You tack a new habit onto an old habit. So if I'm trying to, start reading books, I could say, hey, every time I eat dinner, I sit down afterwards and read 10 pages. The idea is something is already happening, i.e. eating dinner. and I'm just creating a habit that happens in conjunction with that. So that's the idea of habit stacking. And the idea of a morning routine, right, is you've taken a number of habits that, when performed in a row or together, create an outcome that you want. And that's the idea of this morning routine, is that if I do these certain steps and I do them consistently and I do them in the same order, and that's just for ease of use, then, it becomes habitual, right? It becomes easier. The word habit just means that it's something that happens automatically without you thinking. And so when it becomes habitual, you do it without thinking, and you make progress almost without thinking, right? I don't think about, having to go to the bathroom. It just happens. That's habitual. Imagine, reaching your goals and getting fit and improving your health happened as easily as going to the bathroom. That's the idea here, right? So we've taken these habits. Step one, get up early, right? Probably the hardest one for most people if you're making a change, because that's the precursor to the other ones. So you get up early, and then say you were doing this on your own, you would create that one habit. I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to do it over and over and over again until it's set. Maybe some people say 21 days for a habit. I believe it's more like 66. But either way, so say you set that habit of waking up early, and that takes a little while. And then from there, you take the second step and add on, maybe I'm going to meditate or do a breathing practice first thing after I wake up, or some affirmations, mental reps. And that takes 21 to 66 days to build in that habit. And one at a time, you add new habits till eventually, the steps post waking up are all pre-scheduled and set up to make you successful, set up to achieve your goals. And that's fantastic. That's why we're here. We're learning that this morning routine is so powerful. But where the cheat code lies is in the fact that you don't have to create one habit at a time here. We're stacking them all up, right? You're getting your early wake up. You're getting your mindset prepped for the day with mental reps. You're warming up the body. And then you're getting some intensity. So we're literally changing the chemistry of the body. We are improving our fitness and our strength and our health. We're speaking some clarity into our minds afterwards with moments of clarity. And then we're assigning, and all you need to do is just follow along. We're assigning homework. So you go and make progress towards your goals. So all you want in a morning routine is pre-stacked, pre-made, pre-done. All you got to do is press play. Do it over and over with us, and you'll get there. Okay, general warm-up complete. Let's talk about today's workout. 2 movements as usual. We're going to go with some sort of jump. I think a box jump today. And a bent over row. So let's talk about the bent over row first. Option number 1, put a hand down on a support, a bench, a chair, whatever. Let the arm relax down. Pull it up to the hip. Thinking about pulling the shoulder blade in together, pulling it up to the hip. You can do 1 dumbbell. You could do 2 dumbbells. You could do a barbell. You can even just do 1 dumbbell with 2 hands if that's feeling a little heavy. I'm thinking I'll go with 2 implements with the dumbbell and the kettlebell because they're about the same weight. So hinge and then just pull up to the chest. And maybe I'll alternate just because those feel different. Yeah, so barbell, dumbbell, kettlebell, nothing if you want. You can just hinge over and pull the arms up to the chest. And then movement number 2 is going to be some sort of box jump. So I'm going to likely just jump on this set of bumpers here. I might wear the weight vest just to make it a little challenging. If you don't have something to jump on, you could step, you could get a chair, you could step, you could jump. If you don't jump, period, you could do a step up or a low jump, right? So here's an option: get a book, get a little ledge outside a rock, you can step, or 2-foot takeoff, jump, stand on top. Find something that you can take your weight and transfer it up to a higher elevation. That's basically all it is. So I'm gonna get a couple of those. And then I think I'm gonna go with the weight vest. I've been inspired by Sean, Building Dad Bod 2.0, to do this weight vest jumps. Let me give it a try this morning. Haven't worn the weight vest in a while, so we'll give it a go. So if you are set up, you've got your gear, you've got your water, whatever else you need, music if you'd like, then we are pretty much ready to go here. What I want you to think is, if you know somebody who would benefit from this, another father or just a friend. Maybe they're not a father, but maybe they're not, living up to their own admitted potential and unhappy with it. Share this with them. Join them for a live session. Help them get started. Let's do this together. Let's create a community of people who care about their results, about their fitness, about their kids, about their lives, and are willing to do the work. Okay, I'm going to test this. This vest may just bump into, I've never done this before. This is nerve-wracking. The vest is definitely going to bump into the microphone. I'll have to do it by holding onto this vest. All right, either way, let's do it. So today's day 88 of the 5 a.m. squat club. We're going to go alternating minutes for 10 minutes of I don't know which one I'm going to do first. Either way, a box jump. Maybe that'll be first. And the bent over row. About 30 seconds of work per minute. Maybe 10 reps here, maybe 10 reps there. I like to start a little lower and then increase it as I feel good, as I warm up. But you do you. Let's do this. Enjoy. Maybe 10, 10. I don't know. Rep-wise, we'll figure it out. I'll look for the time. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. That's awkward. Feels very strange jumping with a hand in, not using it. See how that goes. Ten. 3, 2, 1. Doesn't take quite as long. It's tiring, especially with this vest on. You could You can do more reps on the bent over row. Another humid one today. 10. 3. Those are interesting. And I haven't worn this vest in a bit. This is nice breathing test. 3, 2, 1. Three, 2. Ooh. Halfway. Ten. In your dog. 5. 10 seconds. Go. 3, 2, 1. 5. One more of each. Last set jumps. Ten. Last one. Amazing job. Take a minute, walk around, catch your breath. Done. Grab some water. We'll get into a stretch here once I breathe a little bit. That was good. Okay, so what we'll do, it's just a seated pigeon here. So sit, legs straight out, cross one leg in front. We're just gonna hinge a little bit. Oh, well done. So as you see, we're talking about habit stacking here. We're already, depending on how you break it down, multiple steps in, right? So this is the routine so far. You woke up early, maybe you made your bed and didn't hit snooze. Okay. Step 1, don't hit snooze. That's step 1, wake up, don't hit snooze, because that's your first win. And then once you have your first win, you stack on top of that. So step 2, if you need to go to the bathroom, whatever, but drink water. Ideally make your bed, but drink water, come down, press play, right? So those are the steps that are up to you. Those are call it the challenging ones. Literally getting up, that's the most challenging one. But once you do that, you're coming down to do this. So easy to drink water, easy to not get distracted, because you're doing this for 5 anyways. You don't have time to mess around. But then once you do it, once you press play, we've primed our minds, primed our bodies, literally done our fitness for the day. It's 10 after 5. We're doing our cool down mobility work, right? Which is going to improve our positions for tomorrow, make us feel better for tomorrow in general. And then we're speaking some clarity, right? This is why we talk after the workout, because our minds are focused, our minds are clear post-exercise. We can start thinking about what is important in our lives, so that when we sit down and do our homework, which is next, we direct ourselves towards what is important. And that most important work is is the correct most important work, and you're not just spinning your wheels. So we're stacking habits, right? All you need to do is continue to press play, and all of those habits will continue to form with us. All you need to do is show up. So you've heard the idea that you need a morning routine, but creating all those habits intentionally, individually is extremely challenging. So this is what it's for. This is why this is here. It's done for you. Stop talking about that. The next step, as I've mentioned already, is your homework. The reason I get up at 5 and not 6 is so that once I'm done my exercise, I've got an hour to do my most important work before they wake up still. So it's time for that now. You're reading your book. You're doing a course. You're working on your new business, your side hustle. You're planning, the next 5 years of your life. You're choosing your goals. Whatever it is, you're sitting down without distraction and taking the steps towards your goals. It doesn't need to be the step. It needs to be a step. 1% better every day. Take those steps towards your goals, and it's going to happen. It's as simple as that. If you're interested in doing this, making progress with your lives, join us every morning. We're here every day. These videos are released around 8 a.m. Eastern, but follow one day behind at 5 a.m. We're also live every Wednesday and Friday, 4:45 a.m. Come join the community. Let's do it together. Like, subscribe, but most importantly, share with someone else who could use this. I say this every day, but I love you guys. And know that you are taking the steps to make progress in your lives, and you should be proud. Let's go. See you tomorrow, 5 a.m. Squat Club. See what she looks like. You're not coming? Still dark. It's just me getting darker and darker every morning now. Yeah, sun will come up over there. Have yourselves a fantastic day, team. Let's go.